Alright, what's up guys? So today's video is going to be wiring in a auxiliary light from my back, just as like a cargo light kind of thing, and putting a light bar on my 23X3. So I'll just give you a quick idea here. I don't put a lot of accessories on mine, just basically the lights for wiring wise. So we'll get this switched around here and I'll show you exactly what I got. I got everything apart and I'll explain what's going on here and how to do it. So let's switch this thing around. Okay. So first off, I'm going to run my lights in here. They got the nice couple spots. These things just pop right out. Makes it nice and easy. We'll go here. I'll explain my toggle switch too. So how I got it wired here. Alright guys, so I'll explain to you my toggle switch and how I wired it. Just the 5-pin. So I got my power going in. I'm jumping the power going in and to the accessory. Because on the Can-Am, which I'll show you in a minute, which is pretty cool, has your accessory line, so your when you turn your key on, your switch lights up basically. And then obviously your power going out is going to be the bare pin, and then just your ground, simple. You just jump the ground like that and run it to your ground off your wiring harness. And I'll show you the wiring harness I got here. So toggle switch, simple enough. Now I pulled the seat out, makes it a little easier, which on these Can-Ams, I don't know why they just don't clip in. It's a pain in the ass to pull the seat out. Anyways, and I don't know if everyone else's models, my dealer says this panel here doesn't come on this, which I think is bullshit. If anyone can throw in the comments if your machine came with that panel, so I can tell my dealer and I'll show them the comment and be, listen, these guys, I think you're bullshitting me, so order me that panel. Anyways, let's go to the wiring harness. So this one's got, okay, basically I just tried it to make sure everything worked. So this one's got your power and ground. Then you got a fuse, and you got a relay, and then you got 3 wires going out. So one's going to go to your toggle switch, and then one is going to go to your light bar, just your positive and negative. So on the Can-Am, right, you just pull these panels off, and this is a 23 model. So I got all these panels off just to run the wires. I pulled the front one off. You probably don't have to, but I did. It's just a couple clips. These panels, like I said, just pop off with a couple clips. So here's your power bar here. This cover just sits over top of it. Put that back on after. So what they have here is you have your power and your ground, and then you have your accessory line. So you can use that basically as your power if you don't want, let's put it this way, if you want to be able to turn your light bar on without the key being on, you're going to want to use the power and then run a separate accessory wire. But I don't really care to do that, so I'm just going to run it off the accessory, so it only works with my key on. So if you happen to leave it on for some reason, you never know. That's how I'm going to run it. But you can run it to where you just run your power separate and your accessory separate. But it's nice they have that wired in here, so you don't have to tap into your accessory wire. You literally just run a wire to it. So that's how that works on the Can-Am, which is really simple. I didn't know that. I was kind of figured out how that worked. Now the Polaris RZR Pro XPs had a different thing up under the dash with some wiring harnesses. This is pretty simple too. It's that accessory line is very helpful if you're hooking up a radio, anything like that. So I just ran my wire up. I'm going to run my toggle there. These things also have, I think you can put one there. I'm only going to need the 2 spots over there, one for my back light, one for my front light. And yeah, that's it guys. This one here, obviously I'm going to run through my roll bar. I'm going to come up under the dash here, run it up into here. I'm waiting for my roof to come in anytime, and then I'll mount the light. I'm just getting everything ready here, so I just can literally bolt it together. And now that's basically it. So just pull those panels off. You got all your power right there, your accessory right there. And then just run your toggle like I got it if you want to run just accessory. Now, if you're not going to run like I'm doing it, you're going to want to run 3 separate wires. So one for your power, one for your accessory, and then one going out to your light bar. But since I'm just running everything off the accessory, I jumped it like that. And it works good. So basically, guys, that's it. All right, so I have everything on now. Everything's wired up. I got the light bar. I could have went with a bigger one. This is the one I had off my RZR. It's actually really bright. And it kind of fit up there all right. I put this Kemimoto roof on. The only thing with this roof, everything fit pretty good except for the bolts for the back and the front corners. I had to use some bolts I had kicking around the shop. I got my rear light on. Toggle switch is in here. Now I did wire my rear light so I can turn it on with the ignition off, just because that's my cargo light kind of thing, so you can see if you need a light on trail or whatever. So we'll turn ignition on here. Then everything lights up. Light bar. Everything works good. So I did the roof, half windshield. That's a Tusk half windshield, works pretty good. Like I said, Kemimoto roof. And then I use these Aces Racing 4-point harnesses here. They went in pretty easy to install. You got to pull the seats and obviously cross your wire for the sensor for your safety switch. And these are just your buckle ones, like a seat belt. So it's just a little easier when you got to get in and out of it. So that's it. Everything is hooked up. This thing's pretty much ready. I think I might just get a net for summer. So again, thanks for watching, guys, and leave any comments about that missing panel on my machine if yours came with it. Thanks.